to the top of the central plateau on the Isle of Dread and visited a very friendly village there. And they told you about how you were the prophesized one to go to Taboo Island and rid it of evil. And you guys decided to go with it. And so you spent the night there partying it up, and then headed to Taboo Island, where you came under assault by various evil cannibalistic cultists.
Seemingly also the missing townsfolk who had been sent there based on the disappearances of who've fallen under some kind of mind control causing them to become cannibalistic.
And then the wizard exploded them.
And then the wizard exploded them. I think where we ended off, we had just finished fighting a whole room of them, and we were about to venture deeper.
So you never actually started venturing deeper.
Oh, we had only just made it to the entrance.
No, you went past the entrance into the central chamber, fought a bunch of these guys, killed them all, did a little bit of exploration, and during that exploration, Twidget, part of the floor collapsed under him, and he fell into a partially flooded area. And while he was scouting around, was attacked by some giant crabs.
Giant enemy crabs, you might say.
And he beat a hasty retreat, climbing up the rope you guys had thrown down to him. And that is where you guys are, standing in a 10-foot wide corridor, a 20-foot long stairwell behind you to your north. And then around the corner here, immediately to your west, there's like a 30-foot hole in the floor, 30-foot long, 10 feet, like covering the whole width of the corridor.
Well, how are we all feeling?
I'm at 2 HP in a dream.
How long till we need a long rest?
We set out early in the day and we haven't spent much time here, so.
That's right.
I'm actually doing pretty well. If we want to take a short rest, I can keep going. I still got spell slots.
I could use a short rest, although I don't need one. Let me see here.
Losing that one constitution for regrowing my arms definitely does bother me.
Mm-hmm.
I would be quite content with a short rest. I have no HP and plenty of hit dice.
It really is a shame there isn't any way to undo that. Well, it sounds like for Twidget's sake, we're going to take a short rest. I think we should do that in the sort of main area we entered into initially.
Yeah, probably a good call.
Somewhere secure.
Okay. So you walk back up the corridor, turning to the left, and entering the large living space with the balcony surrounding it on three sides. Corridor to the west leads out to the docks. The doors to the bedrooms on the northern balcony and the single door to the south remain open where you left them. Yeah. And as you sit there, Drink in your juice boxes. The hour passes without incident.
Yay.
Well, let's roll a little itty bitty hit die. Well, I'm all patched up.
My hit dice are insulting me.
Let's see. Arcane recovery, third levels of spell. Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Why are you rolling hit dice? You weren't even here.
I'm looking on my
We've
character
had
sheet.
long rests since you were here
Okay.
last.
Good.
Yeah, that was
We
that
have
night they
had-
spent in Mantru.
We have had several rests. Actually, it might have just been one.
Did we kill the lizard folk and get to Mantru in the same day?
No, the wolves.
Yeah, the wolves.
I wasn't here for that.
The wolves.
You know, when they tried to steal somebody?
Yep. It's all these wild animals ever do is they try to steal people.
That's what they do.
I imagine a lot of people probably have family members who were taken by wolves.
Yeah.
I probably have a family member who was raised by wolves after being taken by the wolves.
All right. Well, back to venturing.
Yes, I think we should do that exploring now. We don't need to find the root of all evil, just the root of this evil. And maybe some money, too.
Thunder, do you have a clean version of this map or no?
No.
I didn't think so. Usually you're pretty good about pasting it in. All right, so back to the crab hole then.
Is that where we want to go? I thought there were other passages leading down that we didn't explore.
I don't remember.
I seem to recall there being a secret door that we never explored down, or maybe I missed the part where we did.
No, that's the one that led to all the levers.
Right. We flipped some levers, and we found that one of them corresponds to a mechanism that released a rope.
Well, it pulls the rope, I'm assuming.
Yeah. But were there any other paths leading from that we didn't explore, or did we exhaust everything aside from that hole?
So on the other side of that hole, because it's only 30 feet long, you can easily see there is a 10-foot landing, and the corridor continues south around a bend.
Ah, beyond the hole.
Yes, on the other side of the corridor width hole.
Well, if that floor collapsed under Twidget, it's possible that more of it might collapse under the weight of me, or the rest of us.
Oh, I thought it was the width of the hallway and 20 feet long and that collapsed.
30 feet long.
And
And
it's the
yes,
width of the hallway?
Yeah, the whole width of the hallway. Like, there's no thin ledge to walk around on the edge to get across it. And from what it looks like, it dropped 10 feet down into a 30 by 30 room.
At least it's not too bad of a drop.
And the room down there is half filled with water. It's like a 5-foot deep pool.
And that's where the crabs were. Well, down the hall and out in the other big room.
And how far across is the hole?
30.
30 feet?
You're in a 10-foot wide hallway. The floor for 30 feet has given way. And on the other side of that, you can see the hallway continues, but going around a bend, so you can't tell how far it goes past that.
Right, but you only need to go 30 feet to reach the other side of the hole.
Correct.
Let me see here, I just need to find the text in here for climbing kit. Ah. I think we could use the climber's kit to move along the wall, across the hole. Just to re-anchor yourself part way.
I'd agree. As long as we can get purchase on the wall.
Yeah, I mean, it's
The,
got...
the walls appear to be old masonry.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Just
So, yeah.
pound pythons in the grout as you go.
Okay. And so you guys just have the one climber's kit?
Yeah, we're just going to reuse it.
Okay. So yeah, you start tamping pythons into the wall.
I guess I could use it to make like a temporary path and then remove it when we're done.
Yeah. Yeah, because what you can do is you can just take like a line of rope near the floor, a line of rope near the ceiling, and people can just grab on with their hands and then use their feet to brace themselves and kind of shimmy across it.
Yeah, that's the idea.
And yes, it probably takes you guys about 10 minutes to get that first person across. So who's going first?
Well, I would go first because I'm the one doing it.
Right. Okay. So yeah, you get across, and that is... So who would be going next? Who would be on the ropes when Squash is looking to the south and can see where this hallway goes?
I'll go.
Okay. So yeah,
Assuming he put the ropes close enough together for me.
Oh yeah.
you must be this tall to adventure. So Squash, yeah, you're across this, and you can see the hallway continues for another 20 feet to the south before turning to go east again, as if looping back on itself.
Mm.
Yeah, but it only takes maybe 5 minutes per person. There's 4 of you. So it probably takes a total of a half hour to get your whole to build this and get your whole party across to that corner.
All right. Then I'll retrieve the whole thing so that we can have it to use it somewhere else in case we need to.
Sure. It's a lot easier to get it back.
Leave it. I'd say leave it in case we have to come all the way back through here. I have more rope and python.
Oh, well,
I always have rope and python.
Then in that case, we'll leave it.
Yeah, we could just use I'll keep track of.
You're not going to do the whole Cortez of burning your way back in case you have to retreat rapidly.
We build the bridge in front of us.
All right, but sure, you leave it. No problem. So yeah, the hallway continues, turning from west to the south, goes 20 feet, and then turns back to the east.
All right, I start heading down, head of the party.
Okay. So you get to that corner, and around to the east, the hall only goes 10 feet to a closed stone door that looks like it has not moved in some time.
I wait for Stone Soup because I sure as shit ain't opening that.
Stone Soup is going to take a while to get here. I can tell you that.
That's okay, I can wait.
All right.
I start praying to my demon overlords.
And I shoot the child.
Oh, well, you're never going to get Stone Soup back from hell that way.
All right, I apologize. I wait for Squad.
So a big stone door hasn't moved in a long time.
Sure looks like it.
Does one of the smart people want to take a look at that while I get up for a second?
Why, yes. Duodecius will look at the door.
Okay. Well,
Underdark, reveal to me its secrets.
well, yeah, I mean, it'll just be a somewhat plain stone door. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Hey, Twidget, you able to help?
Yes.
So, as you're looking at the door, this side of the door seems pretty plain and normal. But as you look at some of the gaps at the door jamb, you notice that that on the other side of the door, you can't see through into the room. Instead, you see a dull gray metal. And as you kind of move the door, and the door actually rotates fairly easily on its old hinges still, you can see, based on the reflection of your light, that the metal is flexing with the door's movement.
Like it's a soft metal?
Like it's a soft, thin metal, yes. Like a soft metal foil, almost.
Well, then. No sign of traps, though, was there?
You did not see any evidence of traps.
Alrighty. Then once Pete gets back, we'll open the door. Pete, you back? I open the door.
Okay, you push on it, and there's like a momentary resistance as the thin lead sheet on the other side of the door tears, and it spins open to reveal a 30-foot square stone chamber with a 10-foot high, smoothed ceiling. A stone, cube-like pedestal is near the north wall, and an intricately carved stone box rests on it. Several accoutrements lie discarded on the floor nearby it. And centered across from you on the east wall is another door, also covered with like what appears to be a thin sheet of dull gray metal.
Twidget?
It is noteworthy. You know how I said the masonry was kind of old and rough in the other parts of the dungeon?
Mm-hmm.
This masonry looks to be rather nicer and more well kept. Like it hasn't been worn nearly as much.
All right. So what do you want me to do?
Open the door.
So we're not going to check out this room at all?
We're gonna check out the room. I don't know why my brain immediately went to the door instead of the fucking room.
Room with lead sheets over the doors. Nothing here. We'll go to the door.
I guess somewhere in my brain just like door, must go to door. Okay, what about the room full of content? Door.
The obviously well-kept room.
Must be nothing here. Go to door.
All right, yeah, let's start poking around the room.
All right. Well, go ahead and make an investigation check as you begin doing a detailed search of the room. All right. So as you look about the room, the thin lead sheet does appear to have been adhered to the door frame of both the door you're at and the door on the other side, and it's kind of pressing on the thin metal sheet there. You can determine that there is in fact another door there, and it's moving rather freely. You don't think it's locked or anything like that.
Okay, I'm back. How did we do with the door?
They just pushed it open.
We're dead.
Good work.
Among the discarded accoutrement on the floor are... there it is. Are several bones that have been carved into thin cylinders about 2 feet long each. 3 inlaid and bejeweled bowls worth 500 gold apiece, also made out of bone. A crumbling flute that appears to be made out of some type of wood. And a fan, like how you would spread out in your hand to cool off, though it appears to have rotted away to where it's just the wooden frame. On the pedestal is an intricately carved stone box with a visible hinge to it. You do not the walls, unlike the other parts of the dungeon, the walls here appear to be tightly fit together, well-kept masonry. There's no mortar there. It's more like it's just big blocks of stone that are held together by gravity.
The pattern similar to the first dungeon we were in?
Well, that was the one that had that like strangely specific pattern.
Yeah, no, these are square blocks.
Okay, just ask.
Yeah.
Because that'd be really weird.
It would be. Almost like you had found another entrance to it or something. You know, pull Black Reach, suck you back into it.
We went halfway around the world to get away from this place. Alright, well, I will collect the 2 lead sheets.
It's all connected.
Okay. Yeah, each one's like 3 feet wide, 10 feet tall, probably weighs 10 pounds apiece.
Okay. Alright. And then, what was the gold value item? I got the bowl, but I did not get the first thing you said, the bone something.
Several bones had been carved into like 2 foot long cylinders, like the knobby ends of the bone had been removed. They're not worth much, really. I mean, bone, even just this crudely carved stuff, isn't really worth anything.
The jewel encrusted bone bowls or the gold. Okay.
Yeah, the inlaid and bejeweled like bone bowls, however, are worth 500 gold apiece because of their precious metal and jewels content.
Okay, so just the bowls were the gold value then. Okay.
Yes.
My bad. And then possibly that stone box. Gilbert? Hello?
Yeah.
You're
I don't
the
know.
lead investigator.
We're in the middle of stuff. I will investigate the box.
Okay. Well,
Additionally, the area around the box for traps first.
okay. Well, go ahead and make an investigation check. All right. The cube-like pedestal with this intricately carved stone box doesn't appear to have anything weird or odd, or there's no moving components on it. The box itself has a simple hinged lid, and as far as you can tell, neither are trapped.
In that case, I shall open the box.
Okay. You open the box, flipping it open to reveal a taut piece of dull gray metal across the opening.
When you say
peel
across
back
the
lead
opening-
sheet.
You mean like it's like a second lid under the lid?
Yeah, like someone had glued down a thin lead sheet to preserve freshness.
Or to keep out prying eyes.
Or keep in magic shit.
Or keep in radiation.
Turns out it's all three.
I don't want people using scrying on my radioactive valuables.
Turns
But
out
yeah,
it's a glass
I will-
eye.
The
I will
Department of
heal
Energy can
back
eat my
from
ass.
Wait, did you say heat or eat?
I said eat.
Okay.
They already do the latter.
Yeah, peel back the lead sheet.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy, nice and soft. Just peel it right back. Inside, you can see that the other surfaces of the box were also coated in lead. And resting inside is a single object. An unusually shaped statuette of gold that is also inlaid with bits of coral. It looks like an amphibious humanoid with a smooth head, large eyes, and a tentacled, sphincter-like mouth.
So I have two questions.
Mhm.
First, does this look at all similar to the other gold statuette we found in that river?
No.
Okay, question two.
Like it doesn't share a style.
That's what I was asking, yeah.
No. The one in the river was almost like a crude idol carved out of gold. This is
Clearly of a finer make.
extremely fine make. So, to continue the description of it, the torso is human-like, with two arms that end in webbed, clawed hands. And from the waist down, the body divides into three long tentacles, ending in flute-like fins, each tipped with a single large claw. The statue is, fairly large looking, and based on the extreme fineness of its workmanship and the fact that it appears to be made out of gold, you'd estimate that it's worth about 2,000 gold pieces.
We have officially reached Act 3 of the Lovecraft book here.
Yep. Yeah, because this ain't a flump.
No, so Act 1 was like, there's something weird going on here. That was back in town. Act 2, okay, there's a cult and they eat people. And now Act 3, which is there's some kind of otherworldly influence at play here.
And
Wait.
Duodecius, I'm going to require an intelligence saving throw from you.
No, I didn't make it to my second question.
What was your second question?
My second question was Divine Sense.
Well, you can make your divine sense as he is just merely looking at this is enough to trigger this effect, so time-wise doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not going to happen
Alright.
first. I'm just doing it.
Yep.
So is this against sleep?
No.
Is this against charm?
No.
Hunter?
I was checking.
Okay. Is this a magical effect?
Yes.
Okay, none of that changes my roll.
I also like asking the magical effect, one, even though I don't have that ability.
being cheeky.
Yeah, as you feel another worldly force kind of wrap itself around your mind, you are able to fend it off. Taking only 10 points of psychic damage instead.
All right. Underdark,
Mm-hmm.
this foul, perfidious, blaspheming idol
Yeah.
gets hit by magic missiles.
Why?
Would you at least let me get my Divine Sense off?
So you begin casting Magic Missile. Divine Sense tells you, Squash, that is in fact desecrated.
Yeah, fire away.
Second level.
Okay. Alright. Your bolts of magical force strike the idol. And it does, they severely dig into it, kind of ruining it. I mean, gold is soft metal, so, imagine you're, shooting it with a 45 at close range. It's going to leave some dents in the thing. It's still relatively intact, and I do require another intelligence saving throw from you, Duodecius. Okay.
My mind is like a steel trap.
Yes, it is, as you take another 11 points of psychic damage.
Duodecius, would you grab that thing in your hand for me?
I grab it in my hand.
I grab the outside of Duodecius's hand and start squeezing. That way he can make the save instead of me.
Okay.
If I'm not looking at it and I'm not touching it, I shouldn't be the one making the save.
Fucking smite it.
Well,
What do you
first
think
he
I'm
has
gonna
to
do?
first he actually has to hit it, and so this isn't an armed strike. It has an AC, so you do actually have to succeed in hitting it.
Okay.
Is
Is
using
Duodecius
my
helping
hand
me?
an improvised weapon?
Yes, he is helping you.
Excellent. Let's see.
Now you are averting your eye, so you're basically just making this at a flat roll.
Makes sense.
All right, that is enough to cause damage. So go ahead and show your unarmed damage.
It's just your strength mod, right?
It's 1 plus your strength mod.
6.
Okay, so you deal 6 damage to both Duodecius and the idol. Duodecius, he's basically crushing your hand into this golden idol. As the
Oh god, my fingers!
as the idol eventually just kind of clumps off into 3 distinct components. And Duodecius, even as you're looking at it, you notice that you're no longer feeling that assault upon your mind.
Well, that's good because I'm
I channel 6 points of lay on hands into Duodecius's hand. And then I stop squeezing.
okay.
And then I divine sense again.
I was pretty bloodied. Now I'm not bloodied.
I didn't do shit to you.
Okay.
This
Well,
thing's
the 3
just
components
bad.
are still individually desecrated.
Duodecius, are those 3 components still doing whatever it was they were doing to you?
Nope.
Okay.
My mind doesn't feel assailed. However, I suggest that we melt this down.
Well, let me look. I've got smith's tools. Would that have like a small portable crucible that I could melt this down in?
Yes. Hang on, it started raining here. I'm going to close my windows. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
I
I told
say
Danny
that
to
it's
fuck off.
raining on his parade.
I'm so happy that you let me use your hand for that.
Oh, my fucking fingers!
I want to specify, I healed you before I stopped squeezing, so they might be a little stiff.
All right, I'm back. So yes, your smith's tools do have, I believe, a small forge and crucible for handling and making forged metals and the like, which you would imagine would be sufficient to do gold if it can do iron.
Sure. Well, if we're not busy, then I would set about setting that up so that I can melt down the 3 pieces of this graven idol in order to more fully neutralize their desecratedness.
Okay. So you melt down. Probably takes about an hour or so to get it all set up and get the gold up to temperature.
It's enough time for another short rest
It would be, yeah.
for the rest of you.
I'm on a fucking hit dice.
How are you right now?
I'm at 20 out of 30.
Hmm.
Yeah, losing that 1 con is a reasonable chunk of my health.
Yeah, if we end up having to like back out of here for any reason, we should go get that taken care of somehow, some way.
I was wondering if one of the higher restorations might undo it.
Maybe. Well, we'd have to find somebody to cast that on you and pay them.
Paying really isn't much of an issue for us.
Yeah, I know. We just have to find a high-level divine spellcaster of some kind.
I mean, we're in Duodecius' neck of the woods. We should go visit his relatives.
Why not? Right?
Yeah, we're only a couple 100 miles away from Revria.
Oh yeah.
What? Ravam.
I knew what he meant, but
Evil empires that have the letter R in them.
It starts with W.
Makes an R sound.
Oh yeah, this is the Pirates of Ivolia. Is that where we are?
No, you're on the
It's
western side of the continent. You're actually closest to the Vudabor clans.
Right. Where exactly does this whole this big island fit into the map? I keep forgetting the name of it.
all right.
The Isle of Dread.
Yes.
Okay. Hang on.
Is it like that one nestled into the corner of the Strifewater Sea? No, that's too close to land.
It's also too small for his world scale.
Well, I don't know what the scale is.
The resolution of the hexes that we have.
It's in that red circle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not far at all.
Yeah, in fact, you had visited a small port city that was like the northwestern tip of the Ravam remnants.
Oh, well, shit. We should just go to Ravam after we get this taken care of, or as soon as we're forced to leave.
Benkala.
Sorry, what was that?
The port town that we visited was Benkala.
Oh, yeah. We can just go inland and find someone to take care of your problem.
Yeah, well, not talk to some random native person and talk to somebody that's with
Well,
the higher clericals.
We tried what was available.
So anyway,
That's
melting
been...
gold.
Yeah, we're melting gold. We're making fondue.
I'm assuming you're melting the 3 pieces separate from each other.
Well, I was going to melt them back down into one. Should I not do that, you think?
I wouldn't. Just
Yeah.
considering the fact that together they were having the int save and they were desecrated, and right now they're just desecrated.
Yeah,
so
that's
if you melt them all
true.
back together, it could cause the effect again.
Well, this also had, like, gems in it, right, or something?
No,
Or
it was
just
inlaid
gold?
with coral.
Right. Well,
Which is rock, so it won't demelt.
that's true, actually. It might crack under the heat, but I'm not interested in preserving its value. This thing's desecrated. Yeah, I'll melt down the pieces individually. Just make them into individual, indistinct lumps of gold.
Okay.
It puts the coral in them.
I want to try to ruin anything that makes these special.
Yeah, I believe you've accomplished that. Spending an hour melting these down, kind of pouring them out, making like 3, 5-pound ingots with little bits of coral stuck on the tops. And are you using another divine sense?
Sure, I'll use another divine sense.
Okay. They are no longer desecrated.
Splendid.
So you have 15 pounds of gold here.
Just to be on the safe side, I put them back in the lead-lined box and I pocket the whole thing.
Okay.
Unless the box is incredibly heavy, which, well, it's lined with lead, so maybe it is.
It's lined with a thin liner of lead. It's heavy because it's made out of stone.
Oh, yeah.
Like the whole thing probably weighs about 100 pounds.
Okay, if they're not desecrated anymore, we can forego that. You said I have 15 pounds?
Yeah.
15 pounds of gold.
Yes. It's worth about 750 gold pieces.
Thank you.
That's a lot of gold.
One of the few numbers I remember. Gold is 50 pounds. Or 50 gold per pound.
It's 50 gold per pound?
Yes. That's basically the trade value of gold.
You have 15
Gotcha.
pounds, so 50 times 15.
Oh, I also have that other lump of gold. That one was worth 1,000.
I told you he kept it.
Well, I never claimed I did anything else with it.
No, they were saying that you threw it in the river. I was like, no, he never did. He kept it.
I might have said that. I think I actually forgot what I did with it, but I do have it written on my sheet.
The idol from the river? You
The
threw
idol
that
that
back in.
Maybe I'm thinking of two different things. I have
You
it.
you did because he kept following you until you did that.
Oh yeah. Wasn't there a different idol of some kind that I crushed in the same way I crushed this one?
I don't recall.
Okay, because I do remember throwing away the idol, but I also have a 1,000-pound lump of gold in my inventory,
I mean,
which I'm pretty.
that might have come from a different place. It just
I
isn't
think
that
it
river
did.
one.
I think I'm like combining two things here.
Okay.
You gotta change what metal your idols are made out of. Under it's confusing us. We keep crushing them and mixing them all up.
Stop crushing my idols.
Well, stop making
Hey
them
man, I don't
desecrated.
want to crush them. They're worth more uncrushed.
Yeah, but they're also evil uncrushed, so we have to crush them.
Twitch is shrugs.
Anyway, now that that's done, we can keep having a look around.
Although we can take the stone box probably and sell it.
Let me see if I have room.
Does it look particularly valuable?
Not really.
I can take the lead.
Yeah, I'll add the lead to mine. So another what? Couple pounds of lead.
Yeah, it's like 5 pounds of lead.
Okay.
Oh, well, we're set up. I could melt that down for you too.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Yeah,
Trivial.
make all the 5 plus 10 plus 10, so 20, 25 pounds of lead into an ingot.
Yeah, I'll make a roughly hewn ingot. I don't have a mold, or if I do, it's probably not very good.
Well, you
Is
can
the
just,
ground made of ground here?
I have a
I'm
crucible.
sorry.
it's
Is
made
the
of
ground
stone.
made of dirt here?
No, it's masonry. You're on
Yep,
flagstone.
yep.
I mean, typically, Pete, you can just after the metal cools in the crucible, you can just kind of turn it upside down and tap it out. You got a
Yeah.
roughly inside crucible shaped ingot.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. I can't make it into like a nice bar, so it's just going to be kind of a hemisphere.
That's fine. I can just jot down 25 pounds of lead versus. Unless you want to carry that, so you have all the metal with your smithing stuff.
Sure. I'll take 25 pounds of lead.
25 pounds of rough ingot lead.
Let's see, lump of gold, 1,000 pounds. Lump of gold, or a lump of gold, 20 pounds. Lump of gold, 5 pounds.
15.
Lump of lead.
Oh, I suppose you have those 5 times 3.
Yes. And then I have the singular 1,000 gold piece lump of gold. Alright, that's done. I will now pack up my smithing tools. What else is in here?
The altar thingy that it was sitting on. Did he? I suppose when he popped, did he see anything else on Divine Sense?
No.
Okay.
Divine Sense, I believe, is not like Detect Magic.
No, but if the
Oh, no, it
altar
is. No,
was
it's within
desecrated.
60 feet. Okay.
Yeah, if the altar was desecrated is all I was curious.
Yeah, but for a second I had it in my head that it like only targets one thing when you use it, but no, it actually is like it's like Detect Magic, just instantaneous. So if there's anything within 60 feet of you, you'll sense it.
Yes.
Okay, well, if I don't detect anything else, then that's good.
All right, but we have spent a fair amount of time now. We're probably getting a little bit closer to the end of the day. we had the hour of rowing across the water,
Yeah.
the fight, a
Yeah.
little bit of exploring there. We fucked
Mhm.
around with the levers for a while, and then we explored more. And then we fucked around here, fucked around getting the bridge. So yeah, we fucked around quite a bit today.
It's been about 5 hours.
Okay. Do we want to check out that other door or go back and a long rest outside?
Let's check out the. Maybe take another short rest. Wait, how much time till a long rest?
Well, you just took one.
Yeah, and I got kind of beat the fuck up.
You didn't hear where Pete spent an hour melting stuff down?
Yeah, I meant that, not the one before
Somehow that didn't register to my brain as a short rest.
that. I said, like, no, time for a short rest.
Yeah, and I
didn't
agreed.
do
And I
a good
said,
amount
yeah,
of hit
it would have.
dice.
It could have been except for Pete because he was actually doing work.
Yep.
Hit dice just aren't friendly today.
Yeah, that's a little bit. Yeah, I'm good to keep going.
Okay.
All right, other door.
Also, guys, by the way, the Voodooborg clans aren't actually their own independent realm. They're actually part of the Raven remnant. They're just recalcitrant.
Budget rolls his eyes.
Hey, this is real contemporary political shit. This matters.
So yeah, you approach the stone door, having taken the lead covering off of it. As you continue to stare at the closed stone door,
I tried to open it.
it swings open.
Are you waiting for me to open it? I'm the wizard. I ain't opening shit.
Revealing a 10-foot wide hall that goes 20 feet before turning to the north.
I start heading down ahead of the party.
Okay. You go to the corner, and you can see that ahead of you is a set of stairs headed down, about 20 feet or so. As you descend the stairs, it takes you down to another 10-foot wide hall. You have dark vision, right?
A lot of it.
How much?
120. I'm that gnome.
Okay. So yeah, as you get to the bottom of the stairs, it's a 10-foot wide hallway that goes 120 feet to what you can just make out to be an open archway. Two closed stone doors are spaced on the right-hand wall, both closed.
All right. Well, I start moving down the hallway, and party following me. Once they get to the bottom of the stairs, I'll look back and let them know what I see, because they can't see as far. Using mind magic. Telepathy to communicate that there's more doors ahead.
All right. You know, I'm gonna put up a detect magic ritual.
Okay. So you do a detect magic ritual on the stairs as you guys descend. So, Twitchit, you're at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh no,
Two-
I was out 30 feet down the hall
Ah,
before I turned back and communicated. I was
okay.
waiting till they were at the bottom of the stairs before I communicated.
Gotcha. All right, so 30 feet would let you see as you kind of push in that archway at the end of the hall does appear to be opening up to a larger room. And you can see large figures, humanoid in shape, but much larger than you would normally expect a person to be, moving about.
Okay. Do I recognize the large humanoid figures? Do they look like golems?
Make a nature check.
Good at those. Actually, I'm reasonably okay at those. Normally.
I mean that's good enough. Yeah, you would recognize it from stories. That over down there looks like it's walking back and forth out of view, doing something. Is an ogre.
Oh. I look back at the party and telepathically communicate to Odysseus. Why would there be ogres here?
Underdark, why would there be ogres here?
Mm. You can't think of any specific reason why there would be ogres of all things here.
Well, you see, Twidget, ogres are dumb, brutish, barbarous creatures that like to eat the flesh of other people.
Do you want me to come back to you so you can talk to me?
No, he's just having that like normal conversational volume while looking in your direction.
In the stone hallway. Got it.
Yep. But yeah, Duodecius will creep forward.
All right. Well, I'll start approaching those doorways that you said were on the right-hand side, close to the first one.
Okay. As you approach that first door, what's your passive perception?
Horror 14.
Okay. You do notice that as you approach this door, that there is a stain directly in front of it, a rusty red-colored stain inside the hallway right in front of the door.
Is there a light source?
Doesn't the party normally have a light source with them?
Quash is running one, but I don't know if he's close enough.
Would I be?
It's torch, right?
Yeah, it would have to be.
So 40 feet in dim light, yeah, that would be just within range.
Okay. Just making sure, because it's like,
Mhm.
otherwise I wouldn't know it's rusty.
Yeah.
Just discolored.
Yeah, the
gray
party's
part.
basically 40 feet back behind you at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll look back at the party and say, "Hey, there's blood on the ground here." And these, now that I'm close to the door, do they look like they're secured from the outside, locked in a normal way?
They look similar to the other stone doors that you've seen in this place, where they just kind of freely spin on their hinge. They don't have a latch.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll get up to that door then.
Okay. Well, as you step in front of the door, you feel the flagstone shift under you
Yay.
with a clicking sound, causing the door to open.
Hmm.
On the other side of the door, you can see that it is a 20-foot across chamber. It looks to extend to the north and south a bit just out of your field of view. And standing kind of facing the door, about 10 feet away from you in the middle of that area, is a hunched figure, stooped under the weight of a massive bronze bell that hangs on its head like a helmet.
Huh. How big is the bell?
Big enough to fit over a person's head.
All right. So this normal humanoid-sized human.
Yes. Though
Just
you
can't tell what
notice
race it is.
that the arms, which are poking out from the robes it's wearing, are desiccated and withdrawn, almost like it's some type of corpse. And as it begins to raise its arms, I think you guys need to roll initiative.
Aw shit, DM gonna get his shit kicked in.
He's fighting orcs.
Yes, mister, we're fighting an orc.
Roaming around.
Well, Twidget, what do you do?
All right. Well, I step off the pressure plate.
Okay. You hear a click.
Does the door close?
No.
Step back on and step back off.
Has no effect other than making a clicking sound in the hallway.
Okay. Then I run away.
Okay.
it's like try the door button. The door button doesn't work. I run away. So yeah, I head back towards the party.
Alrighty.
And then yeah, like getting partway up the stairs behind them, but so I can still see down the hall.
Okay. So you basically just go to the back of the party, kind of halfway up the stair, level with the ceiling.
Yep, so I can still see down the hallway. How much movement would I need to do that? To test the pressure plate and move back.
To get behind the party would be 40 feet. You probably moved a total of 10 feet just going back and forth on that pressure plate. You know, moving 5 feet each direction for like 2 or 3 times.
So 50?
Yeah.
Okay, then I can ready an action to shoot something if it comes out of that door.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, it looks like so far the party is not feeling like charging ahead, but rather kind of just
We were scouting
seeing
and
what
triggered
happens.
initiative.
Oh, okay, that makes a bit more sense. Let me think. I don't see anything at the moment, do I?
No. All you saw was Twidget, step in front of the door. The door opened of its own accord. Twidget kind of jumped back and forth a little bit and then ran behind the party.
How far is the door?
From you, that would be 35 feet.
35.
Yeah, I had to drop out right at the start of combat, but it's the end for me.
Okay. Have a good night.
See ya.
I guess I'll hold my action and yeah, or shoot whatever comes out of that door, I guess.
Okay. Galen?
I will move forward to the switch that opened the door.
Okay. So that's 35 feet.
Yeah.
So you're just south of the doorway.
Yeah. Did the door open when you stepped on the switch? When I stepped on the switch, or no?
No, it's already open. It opened when Twidget stepped on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna head that direction.
Okay, yeah, you moved. You have 35 feet of movement, right?
Yeah, 30 feet. not
30 feet. Okay, yeah. So you're still like 5 feet south of the door.
All right, yeah, that's what I'm gonna move to there and brace in case something. Hold my action in case something steps through the door.
Okay, what action?
Then knock it back through the door.
Door's 5 feet away from you. Something
Oh,
can
well
step
then,
out of there and you won't be able to do anything about it.
Okay, well then, yeah, then I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay. All right, do Odysseus.
All right. I step forward. Can I see this robed dude?
How much movement speed do you got?
30.
Well, that would put you level with Galen 5 feet south of the doorway, and unable to look into it.
Okay.
Anything else?
I dodge.
All right. Squash ran away. This guy, well, he steps out into the hall.
Now, if he throws a spell into that doorway, we're fucked.
I believe Twidget had readied an action, as did Eric.
Yep.
To shoot at it.
Yep.
Well, then roll to hit.
Mm-hmm. Well, I almost hit Galen.
Well, Twidget missed. Eric hit.
Okay.
What were you shooting with, Eric?
Short bow.
Okay.
One sec. Okay.
All right, yeah, your arrow hits him. He staggers a bit. You can tell that it did hurt him.
Cool.
As he is going to walk forward and reach up into melee with both Duodecius and Eric. He will then reach up a hand. Or, not, sorry, Eric, Galen. And he will then reach up a hand and begin rapping on the outside of the bell. The bell tolls with a crippling chime. And I need Duodecius and Galen to both make Constitution saving throws. Okay, you both failed and are stunned. He is then going to use his other hand to reach out and smack Galen. Hitting Galen for 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
No.
He then uses his second attack to attack Duodecius. Does a 19 hit you, Duodecius?
Yep.
Okay. For 8 points of bludgeoning damage. You hear the ogre to the north. Do any of you speak Giant?
My ears are still ringing. I speak nothing.
No.
Okay. You hear guttural grunting and yelling coming from the north. Twidget.
I shoot at him again.
Okay. Roll to hit. That hits him.
19 piercing.
Okay. Yeah, that looks like it hurt him.
All right, that's it.
Okay. Eric?
I will copy and I will shoot.
Roll to hit.
Wait 1 sec. Aha. That's what I typed wrong. I knew I typed something.
Are you planning on doing anything with your bonus action?
Oh, I forgot I even had that. It's been a
You've
long
always had a
day.
bonus action. If you're not, I would recommend using the rogue aim feature. So you can just
Oh,
roll and
yeah.
see if you crit, since you're just going to be standing here throwing arrows downrange. But the only downside is you cannot move. Just keep that in mind. If you use aim, you cannot move.
I mean, is it too late? Or can I still aim?
No, you could have aimed. That would have given you advantage. You can just roll a d20 and see if you crit. That would just give you an extra 4d6 of damage, so it's not worth nothing. You did not crit.
Roll the exact same.
All right, but with your arrow, the non-critical hit arrow, it does bloody him.
Cool.
All right, Galen is stunned.
What do I need? A con save at the end?
No, you're just stunned until the start of his next turn.
Oh, God.
As is Duodecius. Squash is in here, and it's now this guy's turn.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so he's going to reach up. So Galen and Duodecius, you're no longer stunned at the start of his turn. He reaches up a hand and raps on the bell again.
Bitch.
Chiming a single terror-inducing note. What are you doing, Duodecius?
Con save?
No. As I need everyone to make a wisdom save. This is a different effect.
He's got multiple effects?
Yes.
Oh,
I
thank
mean,
God.
did you forget we're level 5?
Is this magic?
Yes.
Good.
I'm just glad it's different effects.
Not so good.
I think you're the only one that passed there, Gilbert.
He is the only one that passed. For Galen, Eric, and Twidget, you are now frightened for 1 minute. You can repeat the save at the end of your turn. And then he's going to reach out and try to smack Galen once.
Oh, please, God, don't touch me.
Does a 19 hit Galen?
It does not.
Okay. Then he tries to smack Duodecius. And misses. You guys hear heavy footfalls as the ogre begins running down the hallway. 40 feet. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. He's about 30 feet away from Duodecius and Galen at this point. He's like 20 feet behind the bell guy. Twidget.
The one for whom the bell tolls. I forget. Can I attack the guy when I'm frightened? I don't remember.
Yes, you're just at disadvantage.
Okay, so if I aim, I'm flat roll. And don't get sneak attack.
Correct. Yeah, frightened is just you have disadvantage on all ability checks and attacks while the source of fear is in sight, and you cannot willingly move closer to it. You still hit it, however.
11 more piercing.
Okay. Yeah, it's looking pretty rough. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Eric.
I will also aim and then shoot, that would just be flat roll, right?
Correct. You also hit him.
Awesome.
You don't get sneak attack.
From frightened?
You have a source of disadvantage. Any source of disadvantage, even if you
Oh,
neutralize it with something
right.
else, is still present and disables sneak attack. So you just do
Then-
6 points of piercing.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
All right, Galen.
So I can't attack it?
You can. You're just at disadvantage.
Okay. But it is in range, isn't it?
It's in melee with you.
Okay, I'll attack it. At disadvantage.
You do not hit him.
Okay.
Anything else?
As a bonus action, I'm going to second wind.
Okay.
I am done.
Okay. Duodecius. You're fine. Like, you're not stunned, you're not frightened. There's a really annoying bell guy in front of you, and like 30 feet behind him, an ogre.
Yeah. Yeah. The bell guy.
Mm-hmm.
Tasha's.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw.
Please feel free to fail.
Does a 17 fail?
I hate you. Yeah, that passes.
Unfortunate. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna back up.
Okay. Well, as you back up, he is going to take an attack of opportunity against you
Oh, he can try,
as he attempts to grapple you.
but he's lame and will fail.
So you can defend yourself with athletics or acrobatics. You got a 12. Well, you manage to slip out of his grip just barely as you back up.
Indeed, full 30 feet.
Okay. That gets you back to the base of the stairs. Anything else?
Yeah. I take my hands, I cover my ears, I stick my tongue out, and I go at him.
Okay. As he, on his turn, begins to sway back and forth, producing an endless, piercing ringing. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
Say, never mind, I can't do that. Never mind.
Okay. Well, while it is very annoying, you resist its other effects.
Does the ogre seem affected by it?
Good point. He would have been affected by that. He just make a wisdom save. Thank you. Yeah, he's he does not seem happy. The bell guy is then going to try and pummel Galen, who's in front of him.
We rang the rage bell.
Does a 20 hit Galen?
Can I shield while I'm frightened?
Yes.
Neither one of those would hit.
Okay. You block them both with a shield. It will then take a step back into the left, going into the door frame, which will provoke an attack of opportunity from you, Galen.
Am I still at disadvantage?
Yes. As you miss. As he clears hallway, leaving a space for the ogre to come barreling down the hall and into Galen. Though his clumsy attack with his big meaty fist misses you. Twitch.
I can't see for whom the bell tolls, but I can see Shrek.
Yes.
I don't have disadvantage to attack Shrek, do I?
No, you do not. Because your source of fear has stepped out of sight.
I shoot the ogre.
Okay. Roll to hit. That hits the ogre.
23 piercing.
Okay. Yeah, he lets out a roar of pain. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Eric.
Hello?
It's your turn. What do you do?
Did they move?
Yes.
How far?
The bell guy stepped back into the door way out of sight. The ogre charged down the hallway and is now in melee with Galen. The ogre is 30 feet ahead of you. You do not have line of sight on the bell guy.
Oh, I guess I'll just shoot at the ogre then.
All right. Roll to hit.
Aiming is well.
Well, that's a crit.
Holy shit.
8d6 plus your mod.
Thank you for putting it all together. Makes more sense now in my brain.
Well, you have the convenience of using a weapon that does d6 damage, so you can just lump it all together because you don't change the damage type for sneak attack.
Yeah.
Okay, he is looking to be near death after that. He's really
Awesome.
unhappy. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Galen.
I guess I'm gonna punch the shit out of this thing.
Okay, well, roll to hit.
I do not have disadvantage on this one, right?
Correct. The source of your fear has stepped out of sight. That hits.
Eight points of thunder damage.
Okay. Yeah, as you just punch him like right in the knee, taking his leg off as he falls hard and dies.
Fucking ogre runs up, gets annihilated.
Yes.
That's fucking great. Intruders! Fuck, intruders! Dead.
All right, do it, Essius.
Well, all right. So I can still see both fuckwits, right?
Nope. The ogre, the bell guy stepped back into the door out of sight to clear the hall for the ogre to come charging down, who is now lying dead on the ground.
We caught a bad case of death.
Out of curiosity, I don't suppose there's a point that exists where a fireball wouldn't blow up my allies.
Well, if you throw it far enough down the hallway, it does go around corners.
Hmm.
Do I know how deep the room was?
It was 20 feet deep.
So Gilbert, put it 20 feet past Galen against the wall. That'll catch most of the room without touching Galen.
Okay. Yes, one of those things with without the visual map, it makes it kind of difficult to gauge something as big as fireball. Yeah, I'll stick it there against the wall.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I can at least
Goes
blast
there.
most of the
It
room.
detonates. Does a 14 succeed on his saving throw?
No.
Wait, Galen needs to make a saving throw for his eyebrows. Because this one's going to be close.
I flash sear them off. It looks like he still has them. It's just the little shadows.
Okay. Now, as the fire goes around the corner, you can't see him, so you don't know if it, what effect, if any, that had.
Well, if he died, we sure as fuck hear that bell hit the ground.
No, the bell is still ringing. Anything else to do with Odysseus?
Nope.
You know what's a fun feature about this? He doesn't need line of sight for this, as he reaches up and tolls a crippling chime. And I need Galen to make a Constitution saving throw.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, ring of magic protection. Pretty goddamn useful right now.
Swear to God, when I kill this thing, I'm tearing him apart.
As you are
Just
stunned.
take the bell.
God damn it.
As he steps out into the hall, walking up to Galen, and he's going to smack Galen.
Muscle.
Does a 14 get through your armor class? You are stunned, so you can't
No.
shield.
No.
Okay. Well, he'll try again with a second attack.
Of course he would. He's a punk. That hits. I can't shield, right?
Correct. You are stunned and have no reaction. For 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Well, your sister does porn.
As he then backs up to the door and steps through.
I'm sorry, mister. Was that your insult to him?
The ogre begins decomposing. Twidget.
The ogre begins decomposing. I guess, let's see, 40 feet.
That's all I can think of at the moment.
Guess I'll just ready in action to shoot him when he comes out of the room because
Okay.
sure as fuck ain't getting closer.
All right, Eric.
Yes.
It's your turn.
I see no one.
Correct.
Not good.
What do you do?
I'm thinking. I will move down until I can see an enemy.
Well, how much movement speed you got?
40.
Ah, excellent. So you can walk right up to that doorway, and you can see 5 feet into the room, so just barely within melee reach of you, is the bell guy.
Hey, to see him, I have to be in melee.
Yes.
Well, I'm already down here, so might as well attack him.
Okay. You are at disadvantage as the source of fear is currently in your line of sight.
Oh, I'm still scared of him. Didn't I?
Do we get a save of against that?
You're going to save at the end of your turns.
Oh, we didn't take him last round.
Yeah, I guess not. Make a wisdom save right now. Let's see if you're still frightened, Eric.
Sure.
Just hasn't
Let
mattered
me
because he's
see.
been backing off for your guys' turn. He's been groundhogging it.
So we lost
Okay.
sight of him and then regained sight, and then the spell stayed effect.
No, it's at the end of your turn you get a save. I just forgot to call for it at the end of each of your turns. And it looks like that you're still frightened.
Wait, if I'm frightened, I couldn't even move like close to him, could I?
Only when you can see him.
So
now
once you got into
can-
melee, you could see him, but you're still in melee, so you can't move closer.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can't like burst
just-
into the room and get past him.
Yeah.
As you miss.
Mm-hmm.
So even though Galen's stunned, he'd still be able to make the save at the end of his turn, right?
Correct. Alright. Anything else, Eric?
How much movement speed do I have left?
Well, you spent 40 to get to the door.
Ah. So then none. Awesome. Then
Okay.
nothing.
Alright. Galen, you're stunned, but at the end of your turn you do get a wisdom save. Okay, you're no longer frightened. You're just pissed off.
Oh, bastard ass. Yeah.
And his ears are fucking ringing.
Alright. As this guy's turn begins, and Galen, you are no longer stunned. As he strikes his bell with a thunderous strike. And I need Constitution saving throws from Eric and Galen. Alright, you both pass and take half damage. Taking 12 points then of thunder damage. And then he's going to reach out and try to smack Eric twice.
Oh.
Does 16 hit you?
Yeah.
Alright. So the 2 hits deal a total of 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm unconscious. I'm
He just
laid
said,
out.
fuck you.
That's it. Twitch it.
So he has to step back out.
No, Eric was kind of occupying him at the doorway.
Alright, rinse and repeat, and I'll do my save.
Okay.
Keep putting plus when I need to put minus.
Yeah, you're
I'll
still
get
frightened.
around to it eventually.
Alright. Eric, death
3
save.
times with advantage.
Yeah, but that -2 really hurts you. Alright, that is 1 success. Galen, you are no longer stunned or frightened. What do you do?
Is this guy bloodied or not?
You don't currently have line of sight. He was bloodied last you saw him.
Well, I'm gonna get Eric up.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a potion because I don't have any spell slots left.
Alright, yeah. So you step the 5 feet forward to, get right next to him. And go ahead and roll it as you pour a potion down his throat. All right.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
So Eric got 15 hit points, prone on the ground with a level of exhaustion. Anything else on your turn, Galen?
That's all I can do.
All right. Do Odysseus.
All right. I'll advance.
Okay. So you're going back to where Galen was.
Yeah. Now I gotta check this spell. I got a better view inside the room, right?
Slightly. You don't actually see him currently.
Okay. I fired deeper into the room, though. I nuked the room.
So you're throwing fireball
Yep.
into the room.
Did I see an ally go in?
No. Just Eric is at the doorway.
He'll be fine. I throw a fireball into the room.
Okay. Blast of heat. He did not do well on his save.
Going Baldur's Gate 3 on this guy. Baldur's Gate 1 on this guy.
Yeah. So Eric, as you're
Scouting
prone on the ground
fireball.
there, you can see the fire isn't all that effective against him, though he is looking to be near death now.
Hmm.
Anything else to do, Odysseus?
Nope. That's all I can do at the moment.
Okay. On his turn, he begins swaying back and forth rapidly, producing an endless piercing ringing. And I need everyone but Twidget to make a Constitution saving throw. Okay. We'll do it as he has passed. Eric and Galen failed. Eric and Galen, you are deafened by the noise. And while deafened in this manner, you are unable to cast any spell with a verbal component.
Shit.
I'm not a spellcaster, so that doesn't really do much against me.
Can somebody please kill this fucking drum bastard?
As he then begins pummeling the prone Eric.
That's what I get for laughing.
22.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, he hits you for 13 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh god.
as he tries to hit you again.
Okay.
And I think that puts you under again.
Yep.
All right, that is it for him. Twidget.
I can't see him.
Correct.
Continue holding my action.
Okay. Wisdom save.
Still in him.
Yeah, you're still frightened. All right, Eric, death save. Ooh, 2 failures. Galen.
This is getting old. Can somebody please do something about this guy?
The wizard would be happy to do something on his own turn.
Well, Galen, what do you do on your turn?
Stunned or healing. I'm going to use another potion to get freaking what's his name back up.
Sure.
That would be greatly appreciated.
All right, Eric, you wake up with 12 hit points and another level of exhaustion. Anything else, Galen, on your turn?
Thank you.
No, that's all I can do.
All right, duo Odysseus.
All right. I ring his bell simultaneously with 4 magic missiles after I
You
turn
don't-
the corner.
Okay. Yeah, well, they strike unerringly. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay. Your bolts of energy hit him, his body turning to ash as the bell clangs
I'd
one
like to try
last
to catch
time.
the bell.
It's 10 feet away from you.
Could I have kept walking in as I shot him?
Sure. Go ahead and make a dex save. Or, not a dex save, like an acrobatics check to try and grab it. Or a sleight of hand. Either or. Okay. you catch the heavy brass bell. Sorry, bronze. It's made of bronze, not brass. The heavy bronze bell as it falls silent. Ash just kind of pouring out of it. You guys are out of initiative. Oh, and just so you know, you're no longer stunned or frightened. Or not stunned, deafened. It only lasts until the start of his turn.
Is everybody okay?
No.
If you can say no, then you're okay. Does this accursed bell ringer have a body?
Nope, just the bell and Ash.
Well, identify
Okay.
ritual.
Yes. You do an identify ritual on it, which tells you that this is known as a silent crier's bell, inscribed with ancient spells and curses. The bell saturates the body of the bearer with dark magic, twisting the bearer into a pitiable form and granting it fearsome power.
I want to try it on.
No. Is this illegal? Or rather, unlawful?
It would be considered unlawful to put this on somebody without their consent. It would be an assault, maybe even murder if it kills them.
I mean, this thing's existence.
It's not technically speaking illegal. It would be, being its cursed nature, really frowned upon. The church wouldn't like it.
Well, that's good enough for Duodecius.
Yeah, there's just no specific law against technically owning a cursed object. It's just not recommended.
There's no Ravum law that doesn't make it not immoral.
Correct.
And that distinction matters. Duodecius, you said it's made out of bronze?
Yes.
Okay, that'll be a little harder to melt than I was hoping.
Also, because Identify worked on it, you would know from your Arcana that it's a magic item. So it's even tougher to destroy than just if it was made out of normal bronze.
Why don't we just sell it?
Because that would be immoral. And you just know it's going to wind up in the hands of a future opponent. Well, I'm going to wrap it up in I know. Underdark, I'd like to run a few rooms back to that box with the lead.
Okay, you go back up the stairs to the previous room.
I take the flour I have, I begin pouring that in there. I stick the bell in the flour, close the lead sheet up, and then close the lid.
The bell is bigger than the box. It wouldn't fit inside of it.
And what lead sheet?
What, did you take the lead sheet?
Yes. Were you not here? Did you walk away?
I did have to use the restroom around that point.
Yeah, we melted the gold down and then we melted the lead down.
I missed that last part. Okay,
Give it to me. I promise I won't do anything with it.
Eric, what was your job and career again?
My job and career. Good question. Um, fuck, I never really thought about it actually.
You don't have a
Ah,
background?
unemployed vagabond. Got it.
I have a background, yeah. I got a background. I'm a noble.
So he didn't have a job.
Yeah, he's a useless nobleman.
Eric, are you sure you want a evil cursed bell that will destroy you?
Sounds cool.
Okay, yeah, neither of you are being trusted with this bell.
Fine, I'll take it.
No.
Worth a shot.
The dangerous, horrific artifacts stay on the wizard. Hey, Andrew, can you shoot me a block for this thing?
No.
No?
I can type it up for you real quick. But other than that, there isn't like an actual like
Oh, yeah.
identify
just
told
like,
you what it was already.
Right. Yeah, just like the blurb. That way I can stick it next to it in the notes. Always good to have the blurb.
All right, there you go.
Much appreciated. What did this guy look like? Again?
Um, like a emaciated walking corpse, clad in a dark, tattered robe with a bell on its head. You never actually saw its face. It disintegrated as soon as you killed it.
Ah! Yeah, that's some Dark Souls looking shit. That's some peak Dark Souls. Hella cursed. Yeah, we're gonna break this at some point. Hey, there's a volcano here, right?
Yeah,
Would throwing a magic item into the fires of Mount fucking on fire a lot destroy it?
usually.
Okay, we have our
It certainly
solution.
renders them hard to reobtain, even if they're not destroyed. Sitting it inside a pool of magma makes it difficult to retrieve.
You know, now I'm just picturing like a super volcano that the inside is just full of tens of thousands of cursed artifacts.
Well, yeah. What do you think keeps it running?
Hey, that's my fucking world trope.
The cursed artifacts get thrown into the volcano, which then infuses the planet's mantle with dark energy, which causes there to be constantly a never ending supply of monsters and encounters for the party to fight.
Hey, that's my world trope.
It's the circle of life.
I mean, they're not the source of all evil, but sure as fuck are evil, and in a volcano.
Well, that's just a classic trope. I will adventure. Sorry about that yawn. Let's keep going.
All right. Well, you're in a 10-foot wide hall.
Oh, wait, did the ogre have anything?
No, he was naked. Also, you're looking into this room. That's right. I suppose I should tell you
explains
about
why
this
that's
room that you're
here.
in. So it's a 20 by 40 room. And you can see along the back wall hang several dilapidated shields and two large casks holding numerous old-looking javelins. The ground is covered with a thin layer of sand and this pile of dust where the monster died. Outside of this room in the hall continues to the north, 10, 20, 30, 40 feet to another closed stone door to the right, or past that, 30 more feet to an open archway, which begins to widen out into a larger room.
Twidget, could you take point?
Widget grabs a stick and sharpens it, and then grabs the pointy end. All right, where do you want me to go with it?
Straight ahead, scout out that room.
All right, I go scout the room.
I do it myself, except I don't want to do it myself.
Okay, so you're approaching the room to the north, bypassing the door?
Okay, actually, let's do the door first.
Thought this was the other door. Yeah, I go to the next door.
Well, I was asking, so if I described there's a second door to the north, and then 30 feet beyond that door is the open archway that opens up to a larger room.
Yeah, we do the door first.
Okay. So you approach the door. This one
This
doesn't.
time I'm looking to see if there's a pressure plate.
Well, make an investigation check. No pressure plate.
I step in front of the door.
Yeah. No sound. The door remains closed.
All right. Well, I try to push it open.
It swings open, revealing a short corridor that after 20 feet spills into a plain 30 by 40 foot chamber. The shattered timber remains of mundane furniture are scattered about on the floor. In the southeast corner of the room, a thick carpet of light purple mold adorns the wall and part of the floor there.
All right. Oh, also those shields and javelins. Do they look like they're worth anything?
No.
Were the shields made of metal?
No, they were painted wood.
Ah, okay. Yeah, just double checking. All right, so room full of furniture, so like a sitting room. All right, or dining room.
Of shattered timber remains of furniture. So,
Yeah.
hard to tell what it once was, just that there was definitely something here.
Okay. Well, I will go to the door gap or whatever you want to call it, the end of the hallway, but not entering the room.
Okay. So, yeah, as you sneak up here, I'm going to need a stealth check if you're trying to be quiet.
Surely.
All right. So as you approach quietly, this chamber you can see before you has a vaulted ceiling 20 feet above, and is about 70 feet wide and 50 feet deep. Corridors exit the northeast and northwest corners of the room, heading northeast and northwest respectively at an angle. Each of these routes is bisected by a minecart rail that enters the room from the northeast, hugs the northern wall, and then exits to the northwest. There are 2 columns, inscribed with pictograms to the left and right, and in a haphazard pile between the columns are several old rusted mine carts.
Alright. Any zombie miners?
You don't see anyone.
Oh, I was looking for a date. Anyway. Okay, let's see. Well, I'll go back and let the party know what I see. And if they want to proceed that way, we can. Did I see other entrances? I believe you said there were.
Yeah, there is a way out to the northeast and a way out to the northwest. You're entering from the south.
Okay. Okay, so like opposite corners from the
Yeah,
center
it's
that I'm at.
Y-shaped.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. Then, yeah, I'll go back and let the party know. Hey, that leads to some sort of excavated area. The walls, do they look like rough hewn, like it was mined out?
No, they looked like they were rough masonry.
Oh, okay. And then, yep, so elaborate all that to the party. And then do we want to go to the ogre room or do we want to continue up that way?
I want to check out the ogre room before we continue.
All right.
Do you disagree?
No. I was asking. I'm just waiting for anybody else's responses and then moving on.
Hold on. Let's try this. Eric, Galen, what are your thoughts?
I need a rest.
I have
and
none.
I don't care.
Eric,
Well,
why
it'd be
aren't you
nice if you
thinking?
guys had opinions.
I genuinely, my brain just turns off when you guys speak for so long. And that's not even a problem with like just like you guys, it's genuinely my own fault.
All right, so we're sticking Eric on point now.
Awesome.
But yeah, are you guys actually pretty beat up?
Oh, Eric went down like 3
I'm
times, so
Oh, yeah. Let's. Under how long till a long rest period?
2 hours.
Yeah, let's take a rest.
we'll start making our way back outside and take a rest out there.
Agreed.
Okay, so you turn around, go back up the stairs.
Well, actually, I want to check the ogre room out. I mean, that's right there.
Fair enough. Let's check that out and then head for a rest.
Yeah, if there's anything lootable, we'll take what's not nailed down. But other than that, not really exploring anymore.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll sneak in there, see if there's anybody other than Mr. Ogre that we killed. If it's clear, I'll signal the party, and then we
Okay.
proceed in.
Well, make a perception check as you walk in. Hey, it's all clear.
I shout back, "It's all clear!" Scout said it's all clear. Hello?
All right, I heard you. You know what? Galen, Eric, you guys going first.
Have we had a rest?
No, go on in. Take point.
I don't know.
We killed the thing that came
Okay.
out of this room.
Fine. Okay. Yeah. Sure. All
I'm
right.
good.
Galen will walk in there.
Which is already in there. He just yelled back, "It's all clear."
Oh, well, then I'll follow Twitches then. Yeah.
All right. You guys enter the room after debating who wants to be the second one to enter. The
Which
vaulted
just standing there with his
ceilings
arms
20 feet
crossed.
above remain. The columns inscribed with pictograms sit there menacingly. And the cart tracks lead out to the northeast and northwest.
No, ogre room.
You
Not
are in
the
the ogre
doorway.
room.
What?
This is the room the ogre came out of. It came out of the north.
Oh, I fucked up. I thought we went in the. I thought I opened the door and went through and then found this.
You opened the door, went through, nodded your head, and then said, "Okay, I'm going to the ogre room now." And I said, "Okay. Well, as you approach it, I need you to make a stealth check."
So I didn't go through the door and explore that
You
one.
did go. You went through the door. I gave you the descriptions. You kind of poked your head and looked back and forth, and then you turned and went immediately past it to the next room.
So wait, the furniture room doesn't continue into this. Okay.
Correct.
I'm sorry. My mental map is fucked up. I was poking my head into the furniture room to see if there was any other doorways.
There is not.
Okay.
It was like the
Then-
first room with the bell guy, except there was no bell guy in this room.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Well, then let's search the minecart room. The Y. Yeah, I thought that was after the furniture room. I thought those were connected. Never mind. Anyway,
Okay.
so yep, I go back to the party, say it's a bunch of minecarts where the ogre came from, and then go back to there, look around, and then say it's all clear, and then everybody comes into this room, and Gilbert and I look through this room, and then we go back to the surface.
Yes, that.
All right. So what are you guys doing in the room with the minecarts?
Investigating.
Are
Okay.
investigating.
Make an investigation check then.
Apparently, our character is about as confused as we've been.
All right. So you start
Why are
looking
you
about
rolling at
the room.
disadvantage?
Because you said we were looking. Oh, well, I used KL, not KH.
I was gonna say, why are you rolling at disadvantage? It should be 23 under.
I don't know what's going
Eventually, Twitch's help was a curse.
All
on.
right.
What's going on? To
So
our
the first thing that
brains?
draws your eyes are these columns with these pictograms engraved on them. And there you can see that they are depicting certain scenes. In one, you see various tribesmen bowing as if in worship to an image that looks a lot like that gold idol did. The tentacled one. The next image shows that tentacled figure presiding over what appears to be a village of some kind. The next depicts this tentacled figure directing what looks to be lots of spearmen, from like tribal spearmen, forward, as if commanding an army of them. That's the western pillar. The eastern pillar shows the construction of temples and shrines by the tribesmen under the direction of these squid-like figures. And the last image on that eastern column shows the creation of boats and the taking to the oceans.
Underwater dome city.
Indeed. This combined with the idol that we saw earlier, does this pop into Duodecius's head with any extraneous information he might know?
Well, they don't look like mind flayers. Mind flayers have feet, not tentacles for lower limbs. But they could be cousins from the looks of them. Other than that,
Nine flumps.
you have not seen the like of these type of creatures before.
Gentlemen, I believe we have stumbled upon a most dark and foul of secrets. This stuff, I begin copying it down onto my papers.
Okay. Yeah, you mean sketching it. After you finish your sketches, you do. The other thing to investigate in the room is obviously this big pile of mine carts, and hidden under one of the damaged, overturned carts is a burlap sack. The neck of it cinched shut with a piece of twine.
I untie it.
Okay. You untie it and hear a jingle of coin as you realize it is full of 550 silver pieces.
Right? Give that back. Do they have any iconography?
They appear to be a mix of Vudeborg, Ravam, and Chaoris Soinridge.
Okay.
Wait, the bags themselves?
No, the coins.
Oh,
Yes, there's 550 burlap bags with different, nations markings on them. That's it. They're worth 1 silver each, though. It's that bag of grocery bags you have underneath your sink.
Yes. Oh my god, I'm sorry. What the fuck is happening to me? Oh. All right. The coins. Okay.
Yeah, so local signage. It's nothing special.
Right.
I mean, do they look old?
Some of them look a little old, but hard currency lasts a while.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true, but these Ravam coins, what year were they minted?
Let's see here.
Money is important in relation to law.
Yes.
When it came to medieval,
it was coined in 1097.
And it's current.
Yeah, it's only like 110 years old.
What was happening in 1097?
The usual.
Apparently.
Nothing spectacular happened in 1097. That's just the date the coins were stamped.
Figured I'd ask.
Yeah. No, it's worth asking. I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just there's no notable historic event that's unusual.
No notable historic event yet.
Well, until you go back in time and destroy part of the continent.
One time.
I mean, he's done that once.
100%. The reason the Ravam Empire fell was because the Septimi were trying to prevent it from falling. All right. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so we got coin. I'd bite one of the coins.
Okay. They are coated in contact poison and you die.
I knew there was something fishy about this.
No, they appear to just be plain silver coins.
All right.
So nothing else of a note in this room, bunch of columns, some artwork.
Well, with that level of investigation, actually, you would notice that there is dust, especially near the mine tracks and like around this pile of them, like a sandy dust, and the footprints lead away to the northwest. The sand shows evidence that this pile of carts is, messed with regularly.
All right. Okay. So northwest noted. And yeah, that's good. Let's go back to the front door.
Okay. So you proceed, shimmying, going back up the stairs, through the room that held the graven image, around the bend, shimmying across the open pit, up the second stairs, through the large open room, through the corridor, and out onto the docks.
I'd like to close all the doors that we opened, if possible. Like the switch door might not close, but all the other doors I'd like to try closing.
I mean, yeah, you can pull it shut.
Okay, yeah.
It's a one-directional mechanism. All it does is push the door open. That's why stepping on it doesn't open it, doesn't close
it.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just pokes it and opens it again, but it was already open.
All right, yeah, just, close the doors, cover our tracks.
Yeah, you close the doors, covering your tracks. You're rebuilding that floor that you collapsed.
Well, I mean, up to the doors.
Okay.
Can't really rebuild the floor, not easily. Sinclair could. He could forge a really nice floor.
Ha. Anyway.
But yeah, we'll go back to the docks.
Yeah, you back out onto the docks.
How's the sun looking?
Low on the horizon, you've got maybe a half hour.
Sweet. We go for a nap. Set a watch in inverse chat order. So Odysseus is on third watch.
Can you put it in chat, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tap it up.
All right. You begin your long rest. Twidget's watch passes without incident, but Eric, about 2/3 of the way through your watch, you begin to hear what sounds like low voices, almost like whispering, coming from the corridor down to the east.
Hmm. Okay. Um, I'll quietly wake up Duodecius just in case something happens to me, and then I'll start sneaking my way over there.
Okay, so you wake up Duodecius and begin sneaking your way out of the docks and down this corridor back to the feeding room, where it sounds like these whispers are coming from. Can you go ahead and give me a stealth check, please?
Yep, one sec. Checking my stuff. It's very good.
What level exhaustion are you? I forgot if you went down 2 or 3 times.
Oh,
that's
have
right.
Have we taken one?
You have like 2 levels of exhaustion, don't you?
Yeah.
So you're at disadvantage on that stealth check.
Yeah, I'll roll again.
Okay. So as you work your way past the rubble and kind of get into the entrance of this room, streaming through the hole in the ceiling, moonlight is kind of, shining down through it, and you can hear, the whispers a little bit closer, still more or less indistinct, but definitely louder. It sounds like it's coming from that moonlit area, but you don't see
Is
anyone
it?
there.
Mm, is it possible to tell what kind of language or kind of anything?
Uh, the voices are too low and indistinct to really be able to pick out words that would let you identify a language.
Mm. What kind of voice is it that's whispering?
It seems to be like an overlapping chorus of multiple voices, some male, some female, some old, some young.
Does it sound like a conversation or
Can't tell.
s- okay? Do I think if I got closer I would be seen?
You don't see anyone to see you,
Hmm.
but it is out in
How
the
far?
open, so if anyone looks, you will be plainly visible. It is 20 feet away from you, like the
I was
edge of
gonna
this
ask.
moonlit area.
Okay. How far is the party?
They would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, about 90 feet behind you.
If I shouted, they would be able to hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Um, I'll risk it. I'll fucking sneak over. Try and listen better.
Okay. So when you say sneak over, you're like going like to the center of this moonlit area?
Um, what do you mean by moonlit area?
There's a hole in the ceiling of this room. So there's like a 20 by 30 area where moonlight is streaming down, illuminating a rectangular section of the floor. It sounds like the voices are coming out of like that area, but you don't see anyone there.
Oh, damn. Okay, this makes way more sense in my brain now. Okay, instead of continuing forward, I'll go back and report what I have seen and heard so far
Okay. Well, you left
to
Duodecius
Duodecius.
awake behind you.
Duodecius, what do you think we should do?
Observe.
From a distance or from close up?
How close is he currently under?
Well, he came back. He got within 20 feet of the moonlit area.
From a distance. We're not in a condition to risk open conflict.
I will go back to where I was and continue just kind of observing them.
Okay. So you're going to finish out your watch just watching this area?
Ah, yeah, sure.
Okay, Duodecius, are you staying up for his watch?
No.
Okay. So you're just going back to sleep. So 90 feet away, there's no one awake at the camp. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So he'll have to scream loudly if he gets hit.
All right. Well, Eric, you're sitting there, these indistinct murmuring voices washing over you as the remainder of your watch finishes. Are you going to stay up, or what are you going to do?
I'll go back to camp and wake up the next person on watch and tell them all that's happened so far.
Okay. You wake Duodecius back up. All right. Are you going to sleep then, or what?
I mean, if my watch is over, then yeah.
Okay. You go back to sleep. Duodecius. It's your watch, and you can also hear those low murmuring voices coming out of the east.
I'll hold my position and perform my watch.
Okay. Well, other than the fact that these voices remain like a constant, like just barely perceivable voices, your watch passes without incident. Galen.
Okay.
So on your watch, when Duodecius wakes you up, you can also hear these low murmuring voices coming out of the corridor to the east.
Okay.
Do you do anything?
No, I'm gonna continue my watch.
Okay.
Ever vigilant.
Yes. And as the moon sets and the sun rises at the end of your rest, you notice that with the dawn, the voices cease. And you have all had a successful long rest.
Yay!
Excellent.
Is regained hit dice rounded up or rounded down? Have 5 used them all.
I believe it's rounded up, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to regain your hit dice at first level.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. Well, I'll take it.
Well, it could be round down minimum 1.
It is a minimum one, but no, I'm pretty sure it says round up. I'm not going to bother
It's
checking.
yeah, I think it's
round
one
it
of the
up.
few things that round up versus down.
So it is, in fact, the morning.
All right. Well then. All we need to do is continue.
Where do you go?
Minecart room northwest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when you walk into that major feeding room, so sunlight streaming through that hole, illuminating that 20 by 30 foot section in the middle of the room. Are you guys going to walk across it or around it or what?
Well, considering the evening's events, probably walk around it just in case something funky is going on with that lit area.
Oh, hardly. Detect magic. Ritual.
Okay. You detect no magic.
And Paladin's not here, so we can't divine sense it.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you guys do?
Yeah, let's probably just best to have. Like, there's not any kind of clear delineation of the area that it was in, was there?
Well, I mean, the sunlight coming through a hole in the ceiling leaves a lit, like, rectangle in the floor. The
Right,
edge
but-
isn't perfectly sharp, but it's reasonably so.
Oh, okay. But
Maybe
there's,
in, maybe like 2 inches of fuzziness on the floor.
okay, so they didn't like actually draw a section. Okay, good. Yeah, let's step around.
Okay.
Wait, no, 10-foot pole. I'd like to investigate the room.
Sure, make an investigation check as you poke around with your 10-foot pole.
Twidget, can I get your assistance?
Which it hangs onto the back of the pole.
All right, you poke around, including in the lit area, and nothing happens, and you don't find anything you didn't discover before.
Alrighty.
All right. So you're just walking out.
Yep. We'll head through.
Okay. You walk through the sunlit area and to the corridor on the other side. Down the corridor, down the stairs, shimmying across the open pit. The ropes are still there. No one stole. Around the loop to the closed stone door that led to the room with the graven image.
And following the footsteps in the sand. Northwest.
Okay, so you're opening that door. You go into the room with the graven image, opening the exit door, and then going down the stairs to the 10-foot wide hall that terminates with an open archway. Two closed stone doors on the eastern wall you ignore as you then enter the room with the mine carts and the two exits leading to the south, to the northeast and the northwest.
Yep. And you said the investigation revealed the footprints go to the northwest?
I did. But as you walk into that room, figures stand up from behind the minecart. And they have what look to be like crude battle axes. Not as tall as the ogre,
We should roll
but
in.
still somewhat larger. And you should roll initiative as these five figures do not appear friendly.
A quick question. It's an ambush, but I don't think we're surprised because we kind of see them coming.
Yeah, I mean, like they stand up with their weapons drawn, going, "Ah, fuck you," and all that good stuff. You didn't surprise them; they didn't surprise you.
No one is surprised by this encounter.
Well, they were waiting for you. That's why they had their weapons with them. Who do you think made the footprints?
The idea of they were waiting for us, that's why they had their weapons, is such a weird concept. This is D&D. Don't people just take weapons wherever just cuz?
No. Just weird ass adventurers do.
No weapons in the bar.
Yeah,
you see, we
All
keep
right,
our weapons on us no matter what. Why is
How do
that?
I identify an adventurer
Mimics.
easily? They're
So,
always
Galen?
armed.
I am going to introduce myself to the first one that's there. The closest one to me.
Okay, so you're running the 30 feet over to the mine carts where these guys are.
Yeah, and I'm hitting the first one. I'm casting the spell as I hit it.
Okay. Well, roll to hit.
Not just any spell, the spell.
He only knows one.
And I miss.
Yes, you do.
And I end my. Wait.
As a free action,
Yeah.
the enemies begin laughing at you. Anything else? All right. The five guys, still chuckling, surround you and begin beating you with their battle axes.
If I die here, this is violent stupidity. Oh my god. Well, I can shield and none of them will hit me.
Okay, do you?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you shield, and their battles just bounce off this magical field.
They all have Mage Slayer.
No. Twidget?
Who was the strongest looking one? The one that rolled the 19.
Yeah.
I put arrow between face.
Yeah,
And
they're just
his
sitting there
face and
pounding
face.
on his shield, going, you die now. And yeah, you hit him. All right,
17 piercing.
that bloodies him.
And I'm done.
All right, do it, Essius.
All right. And there are how many?
5.
Cool. These
They're
are
trying to sell
what are
Galen
these,
Berg with an extra
Orogs or something like that?
Grillins.
Grillins, that's what it was.
They're
Grillins. The big
5 guys,
stupid
Grillins?
bastards out of fucking Baldur's Gate early levels. Slow.
It's these guys.
Slow. Oh, those fuckers. Dumb bastards. Yeah, slow.
All right, it's a wisdom save, right?
Wisdom.
I think you only slowed 2 of them. Anything else to do with Essius?
No, the wizard's just gonna wallow in his shame.
Good. Eric?
Mm-hmm.
What you doing?
How far is the nearest one?
30 feet.
30 feet. I'll move back 10 and then shoot it.
Okay, you retreat 10 feet down the hallway and shoot at him. Roll to hit. You hit him.
Awesome.
And you bloody that one.
Awesome.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Galen, there's these 5 Grillins surrounding you. 2 of them are bloodied.
I'm gonna hit one of the bloody ones.
Okay, do you want the quick one or the slow one?
Give me the slow one.
Okay.
No, give me the quick one.
Okay. Well, you crit the quick one.
Right.
Well, he is now looking to be near death.
10 points of thunder damage. And that's it.
Uh-huh. Twitch it.
Shoot a different one.
Okay.
One
Do you
of the
want
healthy
a quick one or a slow one?
Quick.
All right. That hits.
18 piercing to that one.
That bloodies him.
That's it.
All right. Oh, I forgot for these guys to go. Well, they're going to continue trying to beat up Galen. Does a 21 hit you?
I can shield and everything will hit me except the 20. And that 20.
Yeah. As that one battle axe gets through and deals 21 points of slashing damage.
Fuck.
All right. Do it, Essius.
Okay. So, we will try again. They're all slowed under.
Oh, don't they get a wisdom save at the end of their turn against slow?
Yeah.
All right, let me do that first.
Well, I only slowed 2 of them.
That's right. You only did slow 2 of them when the first 2 were 9s and 8s, so they failed anyway. All right, and now
They're all slowed under. Okay, they're all slowed except the second guy who was originally slowed. Are all slowed.
All right.
I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Sure, you back up.
I don't
Eric?
want to beat up.
I shoot.
Which one?
How many are still alive?
5.
Not a single one. Huh? Not a single one has died.
Nope. There's 1 near death, 2 bloodied, 2 uninjured.
I shoot the one near death.
All right, roll to hit. You missed.
Mm-hmm.
Roll damage.
No, he doesn't have to roll damage. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. These are large creatures. They're big enough where there's no way he would have hit Galen. Speaking of, Galen, it's your turn.
Wish
Whack
it would have still tried.
the almost dead one.
Okay, roll to hit. You hit him.
That's wrong.
That would agree with you, yes.
He vaporizes him.
Still, 5 is sufficient as he dies.
Oh goody. In my turn.
Okay, these guys. Well, let me. They turn and start running to the northwest, provoking an attack of opportunity from you, Galen.
Yay.
You got your pick. You going for the quick bloodied one, the slow bloodied one, or one of the 2 slow uninjured ones?
The slow bloodied one.
Okay.
Fun is one to hit.
You
But I
missed.
missed.
Yeah.
If he's slow, that means he can't move that fast, right?
Yep, they can only move 15 feet. They then take the dash action and run another 15 feet to the entrance to that southwest corridor. The fast guy, runs to that corridor and then dashes through it out of sight. Then at the end of their turn, I do believe the 3 slowed guys get a wisdom save. And they're still slow. Twidget.
All right. Injured, slow.
Okay. Roll to hit them. That hits him.
$16 piercing.
He dies.
All right, that's it.
All right. Do it, Essius.
Okay. So, these guys.
Yes.
You know what? I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I pull out my Ray of Frost and I blast one.
Okay. Roll to hit.
One of my slowed ones specifically.
Considering those are the only 2 you can see, yes. You hit him.
Because it's slow?
Because it's slow. All right. Well, he's even slower and looking really cold.
Ye. That's all I got.
All right. Eric?
I shoot.
Okay. Do you want the uninjured one or the injured one?
Injured.
All right. Roll to hit. You hit him.
Oh,
You planning on moving?
no. Forgot about aim.
You can do it now if you want. Well, you still hit, but no crit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he dies.
Nice.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Galen.
How many are left?
So you can
There's
see
130
one
feet.
slowed one at the entrance to the northwest corridor. He is 30 feet from you.
I'm gonna move 30 feet up and hit him.
Okay. We'll roll to hit.
Casting a spell as I.
Sure. Yeah, it hits. All right.
14 points of thunder damage.
Yeah, you ring his bell. He's hurt. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Now let's see. Guy's bell. Yeah, he's gonna like it. Provoking the attack of opportunity from you, Galen. That hits him. Well, that bloodies him as he takes the dash action and runs 30 feet down the hallway, which is a 40-foot long hall. At the end of his turn.
So he takes. So he takes 2d8 more thunder damage from booming blade that I hit him with.
Oh. Okay, yeah, you should roll that because he's moving.
Running away from me.
Yeah, roll it. All right, yeah, so he turns to run, moving and looking really near death as he legs it from you, as you just hit him in the back and he drops. Off in the distance, you can see 30 feet away from you, the one that wasn't slowed, running to the end of this 40-foot corridor and disappearing from sight around a corner.
One got away. Oh,
Anything else in your
For
turn?
now.
no, that's it for now.
All right, are you guys immediately going after him?
How are we looking? Did anybody really take damage other than
Wait,
Galen?
is he not the slowed one?
No, that was the one that
Slowed was
wasn't
dead.
slowed.
Right, gotcha.
So your con slaps back.
Well, it's not. I ended my turn, so if we're still in initiative, it's somebody else's turn.
All right, twitch it.
Yeah, 75 feet. How close can I get?
Fuck. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It would get you about halfway down that corridor to the northwest. You'd be 15 feet from the end of it.
All right.
There is a T-junction here, by the way, and you can see the way that the tracks go is the way that the guy ran, according to Galen. But the other hallway you can see runs about 25 feet before opening up to another room.
Okay. Yep, that's it for me. 75
All
is
right.
all I can max. That's my max.
Do it, Esius.
I'll run forward 30 feet.
Okay, that
Just,
gets you.
uh,
It gets
yeah,
you
I'm really
30
just gonna
feet.
try to stay with the party.
All right. So are you dashing then to get to the entrance of the northwest corridor?
Everyone else has reached that point.
Uh, Galen is at the entrance to the northwest corridor. Twidget ran past him.
Okay, yeah, I'll run up there then.
Okay. So you take the dash action, pulling level with Galen. Anything else?
Nope, just that.
All right, Eric.
Yeah, how many are left?
Just the one that legged it.
Oh, how far is he?
Unknown. You don't have line of sight. He disappeared off the corridor to the northwest, which is currently 60 feet away from you.
Bonus action dash.
Okay. So if that's 60 feet, that would get you to the entrance there. You can see it's a 40-foot long hallway. At the about halfway down it, you can see Twidget. And then the because of the angle, the opening to another room at the end of it.
It would be so. I use 60. I'd have 30 feet left.
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry, 20 feet.
20 feet. All right. So you're just a little bit ahead of Twidget. As you run down it,
Cool.
you also see the hallway off to your right that leads to another room. But that's not the
You
really
have
bad
40
guy.
feet of movement, right?
Yeah.
You can action and bonus action dash as a rogue, meaning you can go 120 around.
Fair. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So you run the 60 feet to the entrance of that hallway, down the 40 feet to the entrance to this other room. Which, as you get to the entrance of it, you can see this immense chamber is almost 100 feet wide and 70 feet deep. The ceiling stretches for 30 feet above head. The minecart tracks you followed terminate about halfway inside this room. The opposite wall is dominated by two large ovens, although they appear to have been cold for many years. In front of the kiln-like ovens are two stone workbenches, and in the southeast corner of the room are several panes of glass, some 15 feet long, resting in stone racks. A few of these have since fallen and now lie shattered on the floor. And you can see the back of the Agrillon running to the south towards those glass racks. Yep.
Well, I've used my action and my bonus action, so I guess I do nothing.
Okay. Yeah, he would be, let's see, he would be 20 feet in, and then he ran. Yeah, he's about 10 feet in front of you, his back to you. All right, Galen.
I am not going to run off down the hallway after these idiots. I am going to walk, but I am going to drink a potion and move my 30 feet.
Okay. Move your 30 feet, getting you halfway down the hallway. Or, sorry, most of the way down the hallway.
Yeah, and drinking a potion.
Yep.
And I'm done.
Okay. This guy is going to keep running to the south, where he will open a small door. And moves to the other side of it, not having a chance to close it just yet. Twidget.
All right, so what does 50 feet get me?
50 feet would get you the remaining 20 feet to the entrance of the room and would get you 30 feet inside, which would put you 10, 20, 30, 40 feet away from the Agrillon.
Okay. If I only go 25, can I still see him within 80 feet?
80 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Yeah, he'd be exactly 80 feet from you then.
All right, so I can move 25 feet, and he'd be within 80 feet.
Yeah, he'd be 75 if you moved 25. 20 would get you 80.
Okay, yeah, I'll move 25. That's my full movement.
Okay.
Now the other question is, can I hide somewhere here?
At this location, no.
Okay.
There's nothing at that particular spot. There's the
that-
racks of glass to the south. There's the ovens to the west and southwest. Across the room, some 70 feet away, looks to be an open archway to what looks to be a curving ramp heading downward.
Okay. Then we'll just go the other 25, so 30 into the room,
Okay. Putting you 40 from
and then I'll shoot him back.
that hits him. Yeah, this guy
Nobody
was
in
bloody.
melee, I'm assuming.
No one in melee. He is looking to be near death.
All right, that's it.
All right, Duodecius.
All right.
So
I'll run forward 30 feet.
okay, that puts you 10 feet shy of the end of this 40-foot hall.
No line of sight.
Nope.
I'll just keep following up then and dodging.
Okay, so you take the dodge action. Anything else?
No, I'll stick with that for now.
All right. So, Eric and Twidget, you guys are in this room. And those broken glass shards on the ground, they coalesce into an 8-foot tall humanoid composed of angled shards of glass. And it begins walking forward to Twidget,
kinda
who's the
cool.
closest. Yeah. As he stands up, he grabs one of those panes of glass and just shatters it, keeping a long segmented section of it like a sword.
Oh, that's cool.
And he's going to so you can move forward. He stood up, so that'd be 10 feet. He only has a 5-foot reach, so he's going to take the dash action. And move another 20 feet to get into melee with Twidget. And Eric's turn.
Yeah, despite how cool this thing is, I'm gonna have to shoot it.
Okay.
Wait, is it within 80 feet?
Yeah, it is 10, 20, it's like 25 feet away from you.
Okay. I guess I'll aim to.
Okay. That hits him.
Nice.
What type of damage is that?
Whatever damage a short bow does.
Piercing.
Yeah.
All right, your non-magical arrow hits him and has no effect.
Oh shit! I can't do anything to this guy.
Anything else?
No, I start panicking.
All right, Galen.
How far are we?
So you're 10 feet from the entrance to this room.
All right.
Inside, you can hear what sounds like glass breaking, but you can't see anything from your starting position.
Oh, got it. I'm gonna move that direction, I suppose.
Okay. Well, you walk the 10 feet forward to the entrance of the room. Some 35 feet away, you see this 8-foot tall humanoid composed of angled shards of glass, gripping one hand a sword that appears to be also made out of shards of glass, standing over Twidget.
Twidget dead already?
No, it's a large creature and Twidget is not.
fucking deja vu.
He's looming over him.
Then I'm gonna cast Thunderwave, I suppose. I mean, it's
Isn't that only a 15-foot square? So you're moving in. Are you moving up close then?
um.
I'm only 30 in the room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up.
Okay. Yeah. So you move up, and then you Thunderwave. It's a con save, right?
Yes. Wow. Yeah. Okay. You take half damage, right? Is that what it is?
Yes, it's half damage.
To the end. Half a 3. 1 point of thunder damage.
Okay. You do 1 point of thunder damage, which appears to be especially effective against him.
You do 2 points of thunder damage.
Yes.
I'm done.
This guy is going to close the door. To the south. Twitch it.
We're just mad at Eric for not shooting the obvious target we were chasing. Disengage. 25 feet back.
Okay. You run 25 feet back to Eric.
Firebolt.
You're shooting Eric?
Tempting. But no. I'll firebolt the glass.
Okay. That hits. All right, yeah. As your firebolt surges into him, cracking some of the glass, he is hurt by that.
Effectiveness?
Say again?
Was it normal effective,
Yes.
less effective?
Normally
effect-
effective.
Okay.
Hey guys, I gotta take the dogs out. It looks
No.
like
It's literally your turn.
Oh shit. Magic missile.
Are you sure? Okay. Yeah, you run forward. You cast magic missile.
Second level.
Yeah. The darts hit him and bounce back.
Fuck.
You just shot yourself for 13 points of force damage.
Fucking glass. It's mirror.
Yeah. Now, Duo, you do have a reaction still. You could shield against your own magic missiles.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I will not suffer the humiliation of being hit by my own missiles.
Okay.
The magic missiles reflect off of his shield and bounce back to the target.
Careful. They may scatter then and hit other people.
No, I'm just
Alright,
bouncing
I'll
back
try to be
and
back
forth
as quickly
forever
as I
between
can.
two
That's all I'm
objectives.
doing. Running forward, fire, magic
Yeah.
missile. If I anything, I'm pulling back.
Yeah. So, okay. So you go in there, blast him, nearly shoot yourself. This guy then turns, walks the 10 feet up to Galen, because he decided to be up front and center now that Twitch backed off.
I'm not a frontliner.
And he's going to swing his big glass sword at Galen twice. Does a 24 hit Galen?
I can shield and it will not.
Okay. You shield and it bounces off. With a sound of crashing glass. Eric, it is your turn.
Mm-hmm. I have a very, very, very dumb idea. How big is this glass creature?
He's a large creature.
Oh, he's large. Um, is it possible for me to attempt to grapple it?
Yes, but you are at disadvantage.
Okay. I don't know the rules around grappling, so
Might I also just for common sense point out that it is a creature made of shards of glass and you want to wrap yourself around it?
It'll be fine.
Just wanted to point that out before you went through with it. But continue.
now that you say it,
It'll
that
be
does make
fine.
sense. But the only other course of action I have is to run because I have no magics at all.
There are other things you can do.
If
Like-
there are, I can't think of them because I'm fucking stupid.
Go get in melee and dodge. Give him another target that's harder to hit.
I'm very easy to hit.
But dodging gives him disadvantage.
Okay, you know what? Sure, I'll do that then.
Okay, you run into melee with him and begin dancing around dodging.
I guess.
Okay. Anything else?
Nah.
Galen.
I'm gonna try to hit it again.
All right. Roll to hit. Yes, you have to roll.
Yeah.
That does not hit him.
All right.
Yeah, he's a little bit tougher than the Grillin's armor. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Twitch it.
Another firebolt.
Roll to hit.
Son of a bit.
You hit him. Can you aim spells? I thought it was weapon attacks.
Yep. Nope. It's anything. Remember,
Neat.
yeah.
We go over this every time.
Sneak attack with spells. Yeah.
We go over this every time, I think, because I always forget.
Yep.
All right. Yeah,
I
you
can crit
heard him
fish
some
with
more.
cantrips.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep. More fire damage.
Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Duo Decius. Duo Decius. Are you back from taking the dogs out? I see.
He dodges in the hallway.
You dodge at the entrance. No, he's not in the hallway because he had to come in to see this guy.
Oh, he didn't have enough movement to get back.
Indeed. All right. This guy. Well, he's gonna swing his sword at Galen. Does a 24 hit Galen?
Yes, it does.
All right, as the sword slices you up for 9 points of magical slashing damage.
Okay.
And it's Eric's turn. Eric?
Mm-hmm.
It is your turn.
Has it moved?
Nope. It's still fighting Galen right in front of you.
I'll dodge.
Okay. Anything else?
Or actually, can I push it?
You can attempt the shove action. Again, you are at disadvantage because of the size difference.
Fuck it. Why not?
So here, there is one option that no one usually uses because they can generally just. You know, you can do the help action to give Galen advantage on his attack.
Oh shit! I thought that was only for like abilities and shit.
No, it can be used in combat. Usually, it's better to, hit the enemy yourself. But since you can't hurt it, This is one of those rare cases where the help action may be better. It's up to you.
Or
Right.
if you're a
It's just people
mastermind
usually forget that they can do that in combat.
rogue.
Yeah,
Or
I'll
a
help.
mastermind rogue.
Okay. You'll help. Helping Galen, giving him advantage. Anything else?
Was that in my action or
That's
what?
an action, yes.
Then I guess that's a yeah.
All right. Galen.
So I have the help action now, right? Does that mean I have advantage?
Yes. It means you have advantage on your first attack.
All right, good. Then I'm gonna hit him. And I'm gonna cast a spell as I hit him.
Okay. Roll to hit. That hits him.
Nine points of thunder damage.
Indeed, as it appears to be especially effective, bloodying the glass golem.
Yay! And I am done.
All right. Twidget.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Bet you know what I'm gonna do.
You're going to run to that ramp that goes down to see how many pods of enemies you can activate and lead back to the party?
Oh wait, I can do that? Yeah, I do that.
All
I
right.
posted it earlier, but I'll post it again. Oh, I'll fire it.
Roll to hit.
There it is.
That's a crit.
21 fire.
All right. And dealing a significant chunk of damage. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Duodecius, are you back yet? Duodecius dodges. This guy. Well, Mr. Thunder Damage over there is kind of biggest threat, so he's going to keep swinging his sword at Galen. Does a 24 hit Galen?
Yep.
All right, he deals 15 points of slashing damage to you as he rakes you with his glass shard sword.
I am unconscious.
Okay. Eric.
Help.
You know Galen's unconscious, right?
Oh shit, I did not know that. I'll go over to Galen.
You're right next to him already.
Oh yeah, fucking. I have genuinely no potions on me. Galen, do you have any on you?
Yes, I do. I am the cleric. I do have potions.
I will take one and pour it down your throat.
Okay. Well, I think Galen has to roll it then, since he's the one who knows which potion it is. Okay. Well, Galen, you wake up with 16 hit points and a level of exhaustion. Anything else in your turn, Eric?
I'm thinking. Nah.
All right, Galen, it is your turn. Prone on the ground.
I am going to get up and hit this thing.
Roll to hit. That hits.
$11 points of thunder damage.
All right, and you hit him. The resonance builds as he shatters and explodes into tiny shards of glass which scatter themselves across the floor, leading to an almost winter-like scene of glittering frost on the floor. You guys are out of initiative.
Is this like regular glass, or is it like...
You can make an investigation check to pick some up and look at it.
I'm gonna give you a sample of it.
I go open the door, dude disappeared behind.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of glass it is.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna get a sample anyway.
yeah. You brush some of the glass shards into a vial. They appear to just be, glittering like clear glass does. As Twitchito walks to that wooden door to the south and throws it open. Inside, you can see that this chamber, Twidget, about 30 feet by 40 feet, is a mess. Rotting timbers and logs, mostly reduced to pulp, must have been stored in this chamber a long time ago. You see in the back corner, about halfway through the room, a battle axe on the floor. And in the back corner, a large pod of what is obviously spider silk holding something large to the wall.
Does it look roughly bad guy shaped?
Yes.
I shoot it.
Does it look like it's full of explosives?
Okay. Make an attack roll.
I look up. Is the spider gonna drop out of the ceiling?
You don't see any spiders on the ceiling, Galen. As Twidget shoots into this little storage room to the south, hitting the sack of silk, blood and like ichor from the dissolved internal organs being seeping out, as suddenly 5 large like 2-foot diameter spiders lunge out of the wood pile to along that wall, with coarse brown fur and spindly legs. We're back in initiative now.
How'd the last one go?
Twidget, you gotta quit this now. This is.
I wanted to kill the bad guy.
Generally, people in webs are good guys. The spiders are the bad guys.
It was roughly large shaped. And this is where the guy just went.
Right, that makes him a good guy now.
He's dead.
Right. But when
Eric,
spiders are involved, bad guys are good guys.
do you have anything that prevents surprise? Eric?
Oh,
Do you have anything that prevents surprise?
no.
You're surprised. Twidget, do you have anything that prevents surprise?
Other than the fact that I opened the door.
Yeah, but you weren't expecting spiders.
I mean,
I literally
there's
stopped
webs
and shot at a silk cocoon.
Yeah.
How would I not be expecting spiders?
All right, fair enough. What do you do on your turn?
Like, I'm the only one that's not surprised. I close the door. That's what I do. I
Okay.
close the door and back up and say, "Hey guys, I found spiders."
All right. Galen? Do you have
Well,
anything that
if
prevents
Twitch-
surprise?
Yes, I have the alert.
Okay.
If Twidget closed the door, are they still? That means they're in the room and we're outside the room, right?
Correct.
Fuck that shit. I'm gonna prepare in case a spider comes out the door. I know it ain't gonna do that, but fuck that.
Okay. Do it as is.
Well, I hate spiders. I hate a lot. I ready Ray of Frost for when that door opens.
What's the range in Ray of Frost?
Ray of Frost has a range of 60 feet.
Okay. Yeah, it's like the limit of that range, just so you know. The doors.
I step up a bit then.
Okay.
Do you want a ready fireball for when I open the door?
I don't have a 3rd level spell slot.
Oh, that's right. You spam slow. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Underdark got me by baiting my pride.
Okay. You move forward a bit. You hear some light scratching and thumps on the door. Eric?
Mm. Uh, so the door's closed. I assume, because my brain just turned off, I assume my party members are thinking of a smart plan. I will stand next to the wall and ready in action to shoot something like an enemy if it comes out of the door.
Okay. Twidget?
All right. Which way does the door swing?
Towards you, outward, away from the room.
Perfect. I holler over to Galen. Hey, get over here and open the door just a little. And then I move towards the handle side of the door, ready in action to throw a lit bag of oil. So one of my pouches with 10 oil flasks in it. Into the door when Galen opens and closes the door.
Okay.
You know that you open the door and close it real quick, throw a
yes,
flashbang in. Yep.
Yeah, I understand.
All right.
Okay.
All right, yeah, we're flashing the room. I'm gonna go help it. I'm gonna go open the door and snatch it open, let him throw in, and then close it.
All right, you slide open the door. You don't immediately see anything. Twidget throws his lit bag in. You slam the door shut. You hear a kafwoosh and the skittering of bodies.
I mean, when I opened it, I seen the room was full of wood, right? Even though it
Yes.
was rotting.
Yes.
Good. All right. Well, then we just wait now.
Okay. A moment passes. 2, smoke pouring out from underneath the door jamb. You guys are out of initiative at this point. Smoke
Yeah.
billowing out of the room.
Did we
Hey, what if
feel
I
little
really
XP
set
pop
the
over
gun
our
away?
head?
Little chime.
Little dings for all the death.
Various voice comes up in a little orb.
But yeah, as you stand there in this glass foundry, you can see the closed door to the south, that wooden door with smoke coming out of it, the railway leading to the east, and a curved ramp heading downward to the west. And I think that is where we will leave it this evening.
I was about to say, really, this